part of the process is that you arrive first at a standard colonial heritage building.
No, we can't go in there yet.
When people first arrive at the Rockwood Lodge, they sort of tiptoe into the room. We've made the space very quiet. People are confused, uncomfortable.
We were actually quite inspired by this Rockwood Center because it does hold so much history in it. And when we first entered the living room, we weren't quite sure what we were going to do, but there was this big sign that said "Quiet, please." And so we all went, oh, we got to use that.
I've turned many images that we have from past projects and Resurgence into black and white images for people to sit and take in, really just to slow them down and bring them into this space where they have a experiential art endeavor here.
I mean, I'm one of those who caught on that it was performance art. I think some people were probably pretty confused by it. But yeah, I love that kind of stuff. I love experiential art. I love it being 3D and being inside it. It's very cool.
I try to listen as they've come out the door, and I'd say it's about 50-50 who is silent and eyebrows furrowed and who go, okay, that was installation art, that was performance art. So it's not always clear to people, which is fine. My name is Chloe Langmaid. I'm a photographer. I've been documenting on this project. I've also contributed the first piece that participants coming through the art crawl will find, which is photo books.
My name is Westerly Alexander Rhodes Henry, and my roots are in northern Alberta with the Blackfoot and the northern reservation there. I have relatives there, and that's on my mother's side. And on my father's side, I am Irish and Scottish.
My name is Joa Louie, and I'm a media artist working with Deer Crossing the Art Farm in this Resurgence project.
My ancestral name is Kawea. My English name is Echo. I was born into the Intlakapmach Nation, which is Interior Salish, but I was raised with the Shishak Nation. Combining culture and art is what has really saved my life.
My name is Sandy Buck, and I'm one of the coordinators with Deer Crossing the Art Farm, and we are the organization that came up with the theme Resurgence. In the pavilion, you're asked to wake up and share a story and maybe look and be reminded that there are many, 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 many stories that got us here to the space today.
The Resurgence project to me was about unearthing things that were important to be brought to light. It was about digging a little bit deeper as an artist and an artist collective, looking at myself as an Indigenous artist and what that means to me, what that means to my community, and how we work together as Indigenous and non-Indigenous communities, how we heal from here, what conciliation and reconciliation looks like.
I worked with the team to create a piece that we titled, "What Are You?" This question came up when we were having our collaborative discussions, and that if you don't look really white, you've probably been asked that by someone. What are you? Trying to get at a layer of yourself that maybe you don't feel comfortable sharing, or it's just quite a loaded question to ask someone. You don't know exactly if they're trying to ask what your ancestry is, but that's often a way that people try and start that conversation.
I'm really moved to think about what trials and tribulations my own ancestors have been through. Why did they leave China? Why did they move from village to village to village over several hundred years within China? What were they escaping from? What were they going to?
Some people may choose to share their story, and of course some people may choose not to, and it's completely self-discovery journey, and we just provide maybe a venue for you to look at that and reflect. It's this open space where you can reflect on your own ancestry. There's over 250 seats.
I've been a musician since I was 3, and probably in my mom's belly, as she was a musician as well. I did my Royal Conservatory up to grade 9. I'm a survivor of the conservatory, as they say. So we collaborated, and we're doing it more traditional Aboriginal music and poetry, and I just kind of really jammed on that and took off on that route.
Hope and persistence. Guidance provided, though at first we might resist it.
Gifted with vision, on a mission. Reconciliation, peace between our nations.
Connection to the land and ourselves is the final destination. There's a dark history we hold, the children of our grandparents ripped from their homes, whipped on the wrists for speaking their language, caged in stone structures forced to pray to the priests who raped them, thrown a colonial name, raised with hatred for the system. Mom and Dad were provided firewater, and the culture faded. Generations of natives lost the language of the land, rebranded and banned to reservations, put poison in our bodies and watch us lose our minds. Many young ones lost their lives inside the place they said would teach us to read and write. The ones that survived grew into broken adults, unable to cope with everyday life, unable to parent from the gap left inside them. Endangered and angered, little did they know. They were raising a new generation of babies, born to be warriors, protectors, and culture connectors.
What's important to me in cultural work is the stories, the singing, the dancing, the medicines, learning as much as possible from elders and cultural leaders who have spent their lives doing everything they can to keep the culture alive. Song and dance is something that comes from the heart, and it's what's helped to free me a lot, is having my feet planted on the earth and being able to just be myself and let the ancestors flow through.
As a non-native person, as a settler to Canada, when I hear stories about residential school and what First Nations people had to go through in order for us to be here living on this land today, I feel a lot of sadness. I feel guilt, I feel anger, I feel rage. And at the same time, I know that their stories free us as well, because pain, abuse, oppression, hurt, hatred, racism these things don't just happen to First Nations people.
For me, Resurgence has been about facing what we are not proud of as individuals and as a nation. I think that until we do this, we can't heal or grow up.
Every project we embark on here with the Art Farm, we take on a theme. And sometimes themes come with a lot of baggage. In this case, Resurgence opened up a whole other, I don't know what to call it, like this energy release, like a volcano or a geyser for everybody. And we were dealing with, you know, from power outages to emotional breakdowns to children running through, sticking their elbows into the wall. So many things are happening, and we wonder have we gone too deep? Sometimes I wonder, is this too deep? But then I remember, well, art is about exploration, and I think when you uncover that muck, there's a beautiful picture to be found.
My family and I, when we went up stage to do the drumming, it was beautiful. It's just great to get the kids up there interacting and feeling the drum, the boom boom of the drum. It's great. I want my kids to experience more of that.
There's something called Two World Teachings that I'm working on with my youth right now. And it's taking those old teachings that the elders are trying to pass on to us and looking at how we can apply that to our everyday life, which isn't easy, but it's a technique that we're working on building, and I look at applying within my own life every day.
The visuals were created live at the Resurgence exhibit. I was playing off the music that Westerly Henry was live jamming. We were jamming to each other's visuals and sounds and echoes, dancing. The three of us were trying to find a synergy on stage under the pressure of being in front of an audience.
To any younger generations that might watch this, keep going. I found myself when I found my culture, and I was able to really breathe life again when I started using my culture within my art form. The best thing you can do for yourself is keep going.
To heal is to nurture, forgive and let go. To heal is to move forward, find peace with your soul. To heal is to be free. Dream, be, believe, and know you are more. To heal is to love, and love again, and to love